Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're talking about the one, the only turbo. Now, we do have a few things to cover because it's been some time since we looked at the turbo page. And we can see when we just scroll very, very quickly, there actually have been a couple of updates that we need to cover. So I am actually going to start from the front over here. We can see just 9 minutes ago, Turbo was on or was at the pretty much Fire 1001 festival. What an unforgettable night with L Banks Labs, full of music, fun, and Web3 energy. And we can see, right, Turbo was right here. Boom, I got these handsome Chads taking a picture with Turbo. You can see there's lots of people. Shout out to Turbo. What a cute little thing, eh? What a cutie. We can see people are taking pictures with it. We can see meme co-organizers. We have some other coins as well that did attend this, other ecosystem partners. So remember, there's a lot of cryptos, there's a lot of meme coins, and Turbo still got chosen. I know people are saying, oh, Turbo's dead, Turbo's down, whatever. Whatever, don't care. I literally do not care. Every crypto is down. So, I mean, if you think it's a Turbo issue, then you really need to reflect and see how other coins are doing to realize it is not a Turbo issue. But yeah, look, man, shout out, right? Shout out to Turbo and these coins, these ecosystem partners. There's a reason why they got chosen. You can see it looks like an absolute blast in here. Turbo is looking fantastic. Right, so that is the first update. The other updates, ladies and gentlemen, that we have, right, boom, we're now live on sticker TG. So we can see, right, Turbo Army, full send. Grab yours here. Supply 1,555, price 8 tons. So I'm guessing that's some type of currency with this thing. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, someone says, why are these so expensive? Like I said, I don't know anything about this, but shout out to this, shout out to Turbo. For me, these little small wins always mean something, right? Little wins always mean something. And we can see, ladies and gentlemen, right? So yeah, okay. So this is still the sticker stuff. And let me guess, is this also the sticker stuff? So boom, boom, boom. So yeah, all this was a sticker stuff. So cool. So we have this, which is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, for me, taking any type of win is always amazing, whether it's super, super small, small, medium, 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 big, big, extra big, you know what I'm saying? The best in the world. I'll take any type of win. Always, always. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that is that. When we go to something like Turbo. Ladies and gentlemen, the time to get serious is now. The next few months are going to be the most crucial time of your lives. Okay. We're going to have crypto exploding. And this is the time to get a portfolio review. Right? You got to make sure you have the right cryptos. You don't want any old or dead coins, or you don't want anything that can give you little profits, right? So we provide a portfolio review. We've also been smashing it with the high probability meme coins. We hit an 11x, an 8x, and 5.5x in recent times. We also provide a weekly report on the crypto data, on the crypto analysis, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, on other altcoins as well. You get all this and a bunch more other benefits. Highly recommend joining the private community. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some money. We are ranked 184 out of 9,517 active cryptos. We can see that we are at 0.0035. Now, even though we are losing ranking, this usually has happened before, and I've talked about it already a year ago, where Turbo does always pump earlier, right? Turbo has always historically pumped a little bit earlier, and we will also discuss that. We can see we are 247 million market cap, 26 million in volume. And if we go to something like the holders, we can see, ladies and gentlemen, right, despite price going down, we have been recovering in holders, and we are looking to be going up and up. We can see, ladies and gentlemen, this is the current price action. All right. But like I said, I wanted to discuss something because we have always historically kind of pumped first. We can see that we had recoveries and pumps already mid September, and we peaked one time in mid November. Okay. So remember this, mid September to mid October. And we go to other cryptos, like even like Render, right? What happened to Render at the time? Well, Render had a little bit of a pump, but nothing really. And by the time mid October came around, it was already back down. Okay. It was already back down. And then it had a nice pump up until early December. And we'll see another crypto. What about something like Caspa, right? Caspa Yeah, so mid-September literally was actually pretty bad for Caspa and mid-October. So we can see, right? Some cryptos are selling off, some have a little bit of a pump. When we go to something like Ethereum, or if we go all the way back during this time, I mean, look, nothing happened mid-September and mid-October for Ethereum, but Turbo already pumped. So that's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thing I've discussed before is that Turbo likes to go first. And look, yeah, okay, we had a pump again mid-December, but I feel like every crypto had a pump mid-December, but this pump wasn't anything that crazy, right? It was just a little bit higher than our October peak, right? And the same thing here, right? We pumped pretty much, let's just say mid to late April. We had an insane rally. And then when we go to other coins, and we can just go to anything, H bar, what happened with H bar in April? I mean, nothing, right? It just recovered very, very slowly. Over the next couple of weeks, it was just going up very, very slowly. Go to something like Render, right? Render did pump in April, right? It did, but it didn't go and do anything crazy, right? It didn't. And it took many, many weeks. It went up roughly 117%, 120%, but it was very slow. It was very, very fundamental. And Turbo, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, this thing exploded, right? This thing absolutely exploded. This had insane growth. So just letting you guys know that, Turbo, it may seem like it's suffering now in the rankings. It may seem like it's not doing so well now, but you have to realize, ladies and gentlemen, that Turbo always sees the glory first. Turbo always goes in earlier. It's just been proven time and time again. All right. It's literally been proven time and time again. And even when it comes to Turbo's time where we're going to have to be selling, right? Turbo might, it might explode and it might top out a little bit earlier than other cryptos by a few weeks. So we're also going to have to be paying attention to that. If you don't believe in this theory or the data or evidence, I don't frankly care because the charts say otherwise. And at the end of the day, you got to make your own decisions. But I am going to be just having that in the back of my mind. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the current price action. We have been failing to break out of this weekly trend, and we will continue to do so unless we see a very, very strong weekly candle. And especially we need a strong weekly candle above this current weekly candle right over here at 0.0042. Right, if no changes happen, then if we don't have a close above that 0.0042, then don't expect, for price to continue running to the upside. We did sweep these weekly lows right over here, and we can see we are seeing a little bit of a reversal. Nothing too crazy. For me, this is actually not very convincing price action. So, if things are still going to be weak, then we could see price go a little bit lower before we start seeing reversal signs, right? We saw reversal signs over here, but they were very, very short lived because when we started to get to the top of this trend line, we see we had the doji candle, we sold off, and then when we attempted again, we created a lower high, selling off once again. But that is ultimately going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. I am most likely still going to be double downing on my positions on Turbo very, very soon because I personally still believe in the project. I still believe in the meme coin. And, I don't have any reason to really doubt it. I know people might say, well, the price, well, yeah, like I said, the price for every crypto and altcoin is low. So it's not like this is a Turbo issue, There's only a few anomalies like BNB, right? BNB has been exploding. Well, look, we know that these types of coins like Ethereum, BNB, XRP, they always go and explode first, right? They always go and explode first. They always go to upside first. So that means it's our turn soon. It means it's our turn soon. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.